Here's the truth that so many people get wrong about relationships. Women don't want a guy who's constantly chasing after them. They actually want someone who makes them do the chasing. They're looking for a guy who commands respect without having to shout it out loud. When you start running after her, you're putting yourself beneath her, and trust me, she can feel it. And that's when the spark starts to fade. But if you turn things around and show her that you're not just playing her game, you might find that she starts to want you back. Today, I'm going to guide you on how to make this shift. It's time to change the game and make her realize she needs to work to be a part of your life. We've all been led to believe that if you put in more effort, she'll love you more. But the truth is, the harder you try, the faster she runs away. Think about it. How many times have you seen guys going all out, planning fancy dates, sending tons of texts, and showering her with gifts, only for her to pull back? It's because when you give too much, she starts to see you as less valuable. Consider this. When was the last time you really craved something that was just handed to you? It's the thrill of the chase that makes something special. Just like that, when you stop chasing her, you become a challenge again, something worth pursuing. This idea is similar to Stoicism, which teaches us that true power comes from self-control and valuing ourselves. This is your moment to change everything. Before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections. All right, let's dive in. 1. Understand why she pulled back. Before we get into the nitty-gritty tactics, it's super important to understand why she might be stepping back in the first place. And trust me, it's not random. Women don't just lose interest without a reason. It's all about power dynamics. When a woman feels like she's got too much control in the relationship, that attraction starts to fade. And here's the thing, it's not something she's doing on purpose. It's just how human relationships work. If she feels like she's got you on a leash, she might get bored and start looking for excitement somewhere else. So, remember this. The key to a healthy relationship is balance. By keeping your own sense of self-worth and not chasing after her, you can create a more equal partnership where both of you feel valued. The tough truth is that people generally don't appreciate things that come too easily. It's just part of human nature, and relationships are no exception. If you find yourself always available, eager to please, or quick to respond, you might have already lost some of your value in her eyes. Think about it. When she knows you'll always answer her calls and be there whenever she needs you, she starts to take your presence for granted. If she feels like she doesn't have to put in any effort to get your attention, she may start to pull back. Let's break this down a bit more. Women often test men, and they do this without even realizing it. These tests can look like her pulling back, acting a bit cold, or becoming distant. It's her way of figuring out how much control she has over you. If you start chasing her, constantly texting her, or trying to fix things when she pulls away, you're sending her a message. She's in charge, and she gets to set the rules for the relationship. That's when she can start to lose attraction. For example, maybe you've been dating for a couple of months and suddenly she takes longer to reply to your texts. At first, you might just shrug it off. But as time goes on, it's clear she's backing off. Your first instinct might be to try to fix it, send a sweet text or surprise her with a thoughtful gift. But here's the key point. The moment you do that, you lose even more ground. It's not just about making everything look good on the surface. It's about completely flipping the power dynamic on its head. Instead of chasing after her, it's time to step back and let her see that you have your own life and priorities. By doing this, you're not only respecting yourself, but you're also showing her that she needs to put in some effort if she wants to be a part of your world. That's where real attraction can begin to grow again. 2. Emotional detachment. Now that you've got a handle on why she might be pulling away, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal: emotional detachment. When you take a step back emotionally, you create space for her to actually start missing you. The moment you stop caring so much, she'll begin to care more. This isn't about playing tricks. It's about reclaiming your power and earning respect without saying a word. Emotional detachment can be a total game changer. Many guys get this part wrong because they think that showing less interest means they'll lose the girl forever. But here's the twist. When you stop being so available, stop stressing over everything she does, and stop seeking her approval, you actually become more attractive again. Think about it. When was the last time you desperately wanted something that was just out of reach? Maybe it was a job, a big opportunity, or even someone's attention. That feeling of wanting something more just because you can't have it? That's exactly what happens when you pull back. You need to act like her pulling away doesn't bother you at all. No texts, no calls, no obsessively checking her Instagram stories. You become like a ghost. Why? Because your silence speaks volumes. The minute she feels your absence, she starts thinking about you again. She might wonder if she made a mistake, if you're dating someone else, or if you've moved on. That's when the tables really start to turn. In today's world, we're all more connected than ever. With social media, texting, and FaceTime, it's tough to go even a day without knowing what someone's up to. That's what makes emotional detachment so effective. When you stop reacting to her posts and don't engage with her updates, she can't help but feel your absence. It's a feeling that becomes impossible to ignore. 3. Avoiding common mistakes. Now here's where many guys really mess up. They start to panic when they don't hear from her, and that's when mistakes happen. They might send a quick text, comment on her Instagram post, or even ask mutual friends how she's doing. These might seem like harmless little actions, but trust me, each one of them can ruin your chances of getting her back. A lot of guys can't stand the silence. They think, I'll just shoot her a message to check in. But here's the hard truth. That one little message can mess up everything. Why? Because the moment you reach out, you're telling her you're still thinking about her, which means she's still in control. And once she realizes that, you've lost your upper hand. Imagine this. She posts a picture of herself looking absolutely stunning on Instagram, maybe even a bit daring. Your first instinct might be to like the photo or drop a comment saying how great she looks. But guess what? That's exactly what she's hoping for. She's fishing for your attention, and when you give it to her, you're just validating her behavior. It's like saying, I'm still interested. The worst part? When you engage with her on social media, you're giving her the attention she craves without her having to work for it. She gets to feel desired and wanted, all without putting in any effort to win you back. So here's the deal. Ignore all of it. No likes, no comments, no DMs. Let her wonder why you haven't noticed her post. Let her feel that gap and start to miss you. That's how you regain the upper hand. 4. The power of no contact. Now let's dive into one of the most powerful strategies out there, the no contact rule. This is when you go totally silent. No texts, no calls, and no checking in. It's like you've disappeared from her life completely. And guess what? This is what really flips the switch in her mind. No contact is like psychological ninja moves. Women are used to guys who can't handle being quiet. They expect you to chase them to keep the conversation alive. But when you don't do any of that, it shakes up their whole sense of control. Suddenly, she's left wondering what happened. Did you lose interest? Are you dating someone new? This fear of losing you can drive her a little wild. For the next 30 days, you'll be a ghost. No texting, no calling, and definitely no, hey, just checking in messages. Trust me, this is the toughest part. Most guys can't handle being quiet for that long. They get anxious thinking, what if she moves on? But here's the truth. The longer you stay silent, the more she's going to miss you. In our world, everyone is used to constant connection. People are always texting, snapping, and DMing each other. But when you go dark and she can't see what you're up to or who you're with, it creates this big empty space. And that void makes her realize just how much she misses you. She'll start to wonder about you, and eventually that curiosity will spark her to reach out. 5. How to stay focused during the pullback. One of the biggest mistakes guys make during no contact is just sitting around and waiting for her to text back. They get all obsessed with when she'll reach out, checking their phones every 5 minutes. But that's not what no contact is for. The goal is to focus on you. While you're in this no contact phase, it's time to improve yourself in every way you can. Hit the gym, work on your business, and learn new skills. This is your chance to become the best version of yourself. Instead of just waiting for her to come back, you're going to make her want to return by being the kind of guy she can't resist. When she finally does reach out, you don't want to be the same guy she pulled away from. You want to be a completely new version of yourself. Stronger, more confident, and more successful. This isn't just about making her miss you. It's about leveling up your life. So when she comes back, you're the real prize. Think about some of the most successful men in the world. A lot of them hit their peak after facing a major setback, like a breakup or a failure. They turned that pain into fuel to get better. And that's exactly what you need to do. When she sees that you've transformed into someone amazing, living a bigger and better life, she'll definitely want to be a part of it. All right, before we jump back in, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share this with more men who need it, and it keeps the content coming. It's quick, free, and it makes a real difference. Thanks. Let's get back to it. 6. Use heartbreak as fuel. Heartbreak is tough, there's no denying that, but guess what? It can also be the strongest fuel you'll ever have. Every time you feel the urge to text her or that sting of rejection, use that feeling to motivate yourself to work even harder. Most guys waste their heartbreak by feeling sorry for themselves, but this is your chance to turn it into something powerful. Heartbreak doesn't have to break you. It can be the beginning of the best version of yourself. It's all about how you choose to handle it. You can sit around replaying every conversation in your head, stalking her on social media, and wondering what went wrong. Or you can use that pain to grow into a stronger, more successful person. When she sees the amazing person you've become, she'll probably regret pulling away. Every time you want to reach out or feel sad about losing her, remind yourself that this moment is crucial. Many guys give up here, but you're not just any guy. You're going to rise above this. Instead of crumbling under pressure, build yourself up. Use that hurt as motivation to hit the gym more, work harder at your job, and improve every area of your life. The best way to get back at her isn't to win her back right away. It's to become the person she wishes she hadn't let go. And here's the truth. Women often come back. It might take weeks, months, or even years, but they usually circle back when they see that you've leveled up. The goal here isn't just to make her regret leaving you, even though she probably will. The real aim is to become such a high-value person that what she thinks or does doesn't affect you anymore. When you transform your heartbreak into personal growth, you're not just winning her back, you're winning at life. Look at some of the most successful people in history. Many of them turned their pain and heartbreak into fuel for greatness. Think about athletes, business tycoons, and even famous figures. So many of them faced setbacks or rejections that launched them to incredible heights. This is your chance. Don't let the pain bring you down. Instead, let it push you to become the best version of yourself. While most guys might binge-watch Netflix or chase after other girls to distract themselves, the real winners are the ones who take that pain and turn it into something productive. Every moment you spend feeling sorry for yourself is a moment you could be using to make your life better. So, instead of dwelling on her, focus on what you can do today to get closer to your goals. 7. Building emotional strength. This journey isn't just about winning her back. It's about becoming emotionally strong so no one can control you again. You want to be like a superhero, emotionally bulletproof, unshakable, and confident in who you are as a person. When you build that strength, you won't need others' approval as much, and you'll naturally become more attractive to women and everyone around you. Emotional strength is the bedrock of every successful relationship and every achievement in life. Without it, you're tossed around by what others think or say. Every little setback or silence from her might feel like a huge blow. But when you're emotionally strong, you rise above it all. You transform into a person who doesn't let anyone dictate how he feels or how he reacts. Women are often drawn to men who stay calm and collected, even when things get tough. So, you need to start practicing emotional detachment in every part of your life. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop reacting to everything. Don't let her mood swings, her quiet moments, or her pullbacks control how you feel. Stay steady. When you achieve that, something amazing happens. You become the rock she can lean on. You turn into a person who stands firm no matter the challenges. And that quality, it makes you completely irresistible. Think about the most successful people out there. They don't let every little bump in the road throw them off balance. Instead, they stay calm when things get tough. And that's a big reason they achieve great things. The same principle applies to relationships. When she tries to test your patience, pulls away, or gets emotional, you need to remain cool and collected. Remember, your value isn't tied to her approval. It comes from within you. So the next time she pulls back or throws a curveball, don't react. Don't flood her phone with messages or try to fix everything right away. Instead, focus on yourself and show her that her actions don't control how you feel. This is what sets apart the guys who succeed in relationships from those who don't. Your emotional strength is like a shield, and once you learn to master it, no woman will ever hold power over you again. 8. Making her miss you. Here's the trick to making her start missing you. Stop giving her so much attention. When you pull back, she'll begin to realize what she's missing out on. In a world where everyone is always connected, your absence will speak volumes. You've probably heard the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and it's true. When you're always around and available, she doesn't have the chance to really miss you. But when you go quiet and step back from her life, she'll start to feel that empty space, and that's when she'll realize she misses you. Today, women are often showered with attention from all angles. Likes on social media, text from guys, compliments, and so much more. It can feel like a constant buzz of noise. But when you choose to go quiet, you cut through that noise and make her wonder, why isn't he reaching out? Why isn't he liking my photos? That silence creates a sense of mystery, and guess what? Mystery can be really attractive. Imagine this. You're the guy who always likes her Instagram posts and comments on her stories. You think you're showing her that you care, but to her, you might just seem like another guy looking for her attention. Now picture the moment when you stop reacting. You don't like her latest selfie, and you don't comment on her new post. Suddenly she takes notice. It's a natural instinct. When you hold back your attention, it becomes more valuable. She starts to wonder why you're not giving her the approval she's used to. That's when the real magic happens. Let's say she posts a story hanging out with friends, having a great time. Normally you'd send a "looks like fun" message, but this time you stay silent. In her mind, she starts to think, did I lose him? Is he talking to someone else? That kind of uncertainty is powerful. It gnaws at her, and the more she doesn't hear from you, the more she begins to miss you. If she tries to grab your attention with flirty posts or hints on social media, just stay cool and don't engage. Let her feel like you're out of reach. Your lack of reaction will drive her wild, and she'll find herself thinking about you more than ever. In a world where everyone is always chatting and messaging, your silence becomes a treasure. When she notices she can't easily grab your attention like before, she'll start chasing after you, trying to figure out what's changed. It's all about flipping the script. While everyone else is constantly connected, you stand out by being the one who isn't. When your notifications stop lighting up her phone, you shift from being just another noise to a quiet presence she can't overlook. That silence is a powerful tool that can make her miss you. 9. Cultivating a strong identity. Let's dive into something super important: cultivating a strong identity. Imagine you're building a cool Lego tower. Each piece represents a part of you, your interests, your passions, your goals. The more unique and colorful the pieces, the more impressive your tower becomes. That's exactly what happens when you develop a strong sense of self. Now let's talk about Stoicism for a minute. Stoicism teaches us to focus on personal growth and self-improvement. It's all about looking inward instead of waiting for others to tell you how awesome you are. Think about it. Wouldn't it feel great to wake up each day knowing you're doing things for you, not just trying to impress someone else? When you invest time in what you love, whether it's a hobby, a sport, or even learning something new, you start shining brighter. You become this fascinating person who has their own story and dreams. And guess what? When she sees this, she'll notice you're not just a guy chasing after her anymore. You're someone with a full life of your own, and that's incredibly attractive. Plus, having a strong identity helps you stay grounded no matter what happens in your relationship. Life can be a roller coaster, right? There will be ups and downs, but when you know who you are and what you stand for, you won't be swayed by the bumps along the way. So focus on what matters to you. Embrace your values and take pride in being you. As you grow and become the best version of yourself, she might just start to see the real value in you too. And that could lead her to want to reconnect, realizing she's dealing with someone who is confident and self-sufficient. Remember, it's not about begging for her attention. It's about making her realize she's missing out on someone amazing. So, start building that tower, piece by piece, and watch how things change. 10. Embracing the journey of self-discovery. Let's chat about something really exciting, the journey of self-discovery. Imagine you're on a treasure hunt, but instead of looking for gold or jewels, you're searching for the true you. How cool is that? This adventure is all about uncovering what makes you tick, your values, dreams, and what truly brings you joy. In the spirit of Stoicism, this journey encourages you to embrace the ups and downs along the way. It's not always easy, but every twist and turn helps you learn more about yourself. Think of it like training for a big race. Some days you might feel like you're flying, and other days it's a struggle just to keep going. But every step counts, and each experience shapes who you are. When you actively seek out new experiences, whether it's trying out a new sport, meeting new people, or diving into a fascinating book, you're not just filling your life with activities. You're also discovering what you genuinely enjoy. This self-exploration makes you richer and deeper as a person. And when she sees you embracing life and chasing after what you love, it'll spark her interest all over again. Plus, the journey of self-discovery gives you a chance to develop resilience. Life can throw all sorts of challenges at us, right? But when you learn to face those challenges head-on, you become stronger and more confident. This newfound strength will shine through in your interactions, showing her that you're someone who can handle whatever life throws your way. So, don't be afraid to explore. Take that cooking class you've always thought about, or join a club that interests you. The more you discover about yourself, the more you'll realize that you're a treasure in your own right. And as you grow, she might start to see the value in being part of your journey again, realizing she wants to be around someone who is always evolving and thriving. So get out there, embrace the adventure, and let her see the incredible person you're becoming. Now, what should you do when she finally decides to reach out? First, stay calm and play it cool. Don't jump back into the same old pattern that made her pull away in the first place. This is your chance to show her that you've grown and that you're not the same guy who used to hang on her every word. Keep your response short and confident. Let her work for your attention. When she reaches out, remember, she's testing the waters. Maybe she misses you, maybe she's just curious, or maybe she's seeking a little validation. No matter the reason, the last thing you want to do is reply right away with a long, emotional message. She'll see right through that and know she still holds the power. Instead, stay composed and show her you're doing just fine without her. Make it clear that if she wants your time and attention, she'll have to earn it. Here's a simple example. If she texts you something casual like, "Hey, how have you been?" Don't rush to reply. Give it some time. Wait a few hours or even a day. When you do respond, keep it short and casual like, "I've been good, just busy with some projects. How about you?" Notice how you're not giving her any emotional power here. You're just sharing that you're moving on with your life. By taking your time and keeping it brief, you send a message that your life doesn't revolve around her anymore. She might start wondering, Has he moved on? Is he seeing someone else? Why isn't he as interested as before? This uncertainty is exactly what you want. It keeps her curious and makes her realize she doesn't have the same hold over you as she used to. But here's the key. Don't slip back into old habits after she reaches out. It can be tempting to jump at the chance to reconnect, especially if she seems interested again. Remember, you're working on changing the power dynamic. Let her come to you. Respond when it feels right, but always keep your focus on your own life and goals. Now, if she suggests hanging out, saying something like, "We should catch up," instead of jumping at the chance, play it cool. You could say, "Yeah, maybe. I've got a lot going on this week, but we'll see." This way, you're keeping the control in your hands. You're showing her that she's not your number one priority anymore, which sends a strong message. If she wants to see you, she'll need to fit into your schedule, not the other way around. Women are naturally attracted to men who have goals and direction in their lives. When she notices that you're not dropping everything just to see her or shower her with attention, it sends a strong message. You have a life, and she's not the center of it anymore. This shift in how things work will make her want you even more because now she has to earn your time and attention again. Plus, it makes you more appealing because you're showing emotional strength and independence, qualities that many women find irresistible. Don't let her know how much you've missed her or how hard it's been without her, even if she's been on your mind. Keep your feelings in check and stay focused on becoming a better version of yourself. When she comes back, she should see someone who's even more impressive, a person who doesn't need her approval to feel complete. Now let's talk about setting boundaries and changing the power dynamics once she returns. Things can't go back to how they were before, where she had the upper hand. This time, it's different. You need to make it clear that you're not the guy who's going to chase after her. If she wants to be part of your life again, she has to respect your boundaries. When she reaches out, don't just welcome her back with open arms as if nothing happened. It's important to reset the relationship dynamics and show her that you're in control now. She needs to realize you've changed. You're not the same person who would respond to every little thing she did. She might expect the old version of you, the one who was always available, but what she should find is a man who values himself first and foremost. Here's the deal. When she comes back, she needs to earn her spot in your life again. You shouldn't give her the same access she had before. If she used to be your main focus, that's changed. Now, she has to prove that she values your time and respects the new boundaries you've set. Make sure you communicate these boundaries clearly, but keep it calm. There's no need to be aggressive or defensive. Just let her know that things are different now, and if she wants to be part of your life, she needs to respect the new way you're doing things. It's important for her to understand that her old behavior won't fly anymore. You're not the same guy she walked away from. You've grown, and now she needs to step up if she wants to be with you. When she reaches out, don't jump straight into long chats or make plans to hang out right away. Keep your initial conversations light and controlled. If she wants to meet, let her know you're busy and we'll get back to her when you have time. This way, you're making it clear that your time is valuable, and she can't just expect you to be available whenever she wants. The key here is consistency. Boundaries only work if you stick to them. If she tries to test you again by pulling away or playing games, you need to stand your ground. She should know that if she crosses the line, you're ready to walk away without a second thought. No more chances. This is all about respect, and if she can't give you that, she doesn't deserve your time or attention. She needs to see that you've transformed into a high-value man, someone who doesn't tolerate disrespect or games. By setting clear boundaries, you not only gain her respect, but also keep the power dynamic in your favor. If she wants to be in your life this time, she's going to have to work for it. That's how you maintain the upper hand. This isn't just about winning her back, it's about transforming yourself into a man who doesn't need to chase after anyone. You are the prize, and you're the one in control. By focusing on your growth, setting boundaries, and mastering your emotional strength, you've changed the game entirely. She'll want to come back because you've become a challenge, a man she can't easily manipulate. But here's the real secret. The power isn't just in making her want you back. It's in becoming the kind of man who can walk away if she doesn't step up to your level. This journey is about more than just fixing a broken relationship. It's about improving yourself. When you invest in your growth and elevate your life, you won't just have her vying for your attention, you'll have options. That's what makes you unstoppable. You're no longer the guy pleading for her approval. Instead, you're the one who naturally commands respect. Everyone will notice the change, including her. And when she comes back, it won't even matter if you decide to take her back, because you'll have become the kind of man who controls his own destiny. That's what truly counts. Now it's time to act. This isn't just a video to watch and forget. It's a wake-up call. If you're serious about taking charge of your life, it starts right now. Don't sit back and let old patterns dictate your relationships. It's time to become the high-value man you were always meant to be. If you enjoyed this journey into Stoicism and relationships, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that enriches your mind and feeds your soul. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Until next time, stay wise, stay stoic, and keep moving toward a life filled with purpose and peace.